In this video, we will be using a Chrome browser to access SOTI MobiControl Management Console to control the CLI Android Client. So from the browser, we're going to go to the SOTI MobiControl website and then sign in. From the main console of the SOTI MobiControl, you can see the various devices that the SOTI MC can support. In this case, the CLI is an Android Plus device. By clicking on My Company, you can see the Android devices that are currently not online, and then the ones that are currently online, as notated here. When you float your mouse over the device, you will see that the screen is actually highlighted and a little balloon pops up. So we're just going to go through a quick overview of the features of using the SOTI MobiControl client with the CLI Android Client device, where we right-click the device and we can get a pop-up menu that shows what we can do with the device, whether it is to take remote control of the device and initiates a session where you can actually see a screen of what's actually on the screen of the client at that given point in time. And then by using the traditional mouse clicks, you can control the client. So that's a very useful feature of the MobiControl client. Go ahead and close that remote window. And this is a different method of remote control. Let's see if I configured the plugin for this. No, I didn't. Okay. So you just have to install the remote control plugin and then restart the browser for that method to work. So there's actually two supported types of remote control. You can rename the device. Upon enrollment, the device, you set up a rule, and upon enrollment, it will auto-name the device. In this case, we just chose a generic name. We previously had used a MAC address. So it depends on what naming convention you want to use when the device checks in. You can delete the device. You can unenroll the device from the management console. You can disable it. And on the advanced pop-up, you can apply custom attributes to the device, just as you could with any other device on the SOTI management console. Custom data, connection settings, anything that you would normally expect to do with the management console on a regular mobile device can be now done on the thin client device as well, because we're using an Android operating system. A couple more things. Support contact information, time synchronization, and update schedule. You can set the device to get an update from the device management console at a particular time, once weekly, or just periodically. Skipping down to the action pop-up, we can reset the passcode on the device, disable a lock, or lock a device. We can do a soft reset, which is actually a reboot of the device. If you were sitting in front of it, it would automatically reboot with no indication to the user that other than the beep and then the reboot. So you can also turn off the device remotely. You can wipe it, which is a reset to defaults. You can view the log file of the device. You can block exchange access. You can scan the device for viruses. You can update virus definitions to the device if you had the virus management software on your system that is a requirement. And of course, you can block or allow access to the SOTI hub content or SOTI surf. Going down to the message, you can send a message to the user so it pops up on his screen. You can send a warning, question, or error, whatever type of message you want. Okay. Now going over here to get the live information, when we click on the device, it goes out and checks the client current state of information so that it's real time. When you click that plus button, that initiates that conversation with the client to get the real time data. So you can get information like the IP address, MAC address, connection type, memory, system settings, storage settings, the operating system, the type of manufacturer and model. In this case, it's an x86 Intel device that we use, as well as a security status and check-in, all of the real-time information from the device. And here on the log, you can see the communication logs between the client here stored. So this, when it checked in, very detailed, what happened and at what time, so they're timestamped. Click on this to see if there's any update in the rule that's going to be happening to the device. And then installed applications. Again, these are real-time contact to the client to see what is actually on the device. Any kind of rules assigned that happen upon enrollment of the device to the management console. Any notes, collected data, location, configuration policies, profiles, packages, certificates that have been installed out to the client. Content files and quarantine. And that's a basic overview of how you would look at the CLI Android device on the SOTI management console. Just go through the other tabs at the bottom. For the profiles, when the device is enrolled, we had set up a lockdown rule that was going to be shoved down to the device upon device enrollment. Every device that gets enrolled would get that profile assigned to it. And then the rules that were assigned to the device as well for that profile. Any packages, reports, device reports, any of the standard device reports that are in the SOTI MobiControl, very powerful reporting tool. And that gives us a basic quick overview of the MobiControl software when using the CLI Android client.